Magandang araw sa inyong lahat mga kababayan ko. All my friends here in Malaysia, particularly in Sabah, East Malaysia, ang mga overseas Filipino workers, likewise ang mga Filipino migrants dito sa Malaysia, particularly again dito sa Sabah, and mga overseas Filipino workers sa mga iba-ibang nation sa mundo. I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. Salamat pagi, salamat patang, and salamat malam. And of course, ang mga kaibigan ko dyan, ang mga relatives, friends, and kababayan ko, countrymen ko dyan sa Pilipinas, I would like to say thank you very much and welcome sa program namin o sa program ko dito sa Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico. Huwag na tayong maraming pasakali po, no? Siguro direction na tayo sa issue for today sa Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico. Ano ba po? Kumusta ba ang Pilipinas? No? Kumusta ba ang Pilipinas? And of course, 100% I know a lot of Filipinos dito sa lugar namin, sa Sabah, particularly dito sa Kota Kinabalu, they really want to know anong latest developments in the Philippines when it comes to yun, political issues dyan sa Pilipinas. If you notice, yun sabihin natin title ko ngayon, reluctant ang mga lawmakers to push ang impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte. And ano ba yun? Totoo na ba yun or ano? But based on the informations that I managed to garner or to gather, then nakikita natin po, and it was officially announced by the mainstream media dyan sa Pilipinas, na there are some, sabihin natin, lawmakers o dyan sa Kongreso, medyo reluctant sila, no? To support itong impeachment against Vice President Sara Duterte. Ano kaya po ang dahilan? Ano kaya ang dahilan? Is it because of the recently concluded, sabihin natin, peace rally organized by Iglesia ni Cristo, or ano lang sila po, no? Playing safe lang sila kasi malapit na ang election, ang midterm election dyan sa Pilipinas, which is scheduled on May 12. So mayroon tayo dito po. This news, I don't know, ano ba ito? Good news ba ito sa pro-impeachment or bad news ba ito sa pro-impeachment, or sabihin natin good news ito para sa, sabihin natin, ang mga anti-impeachment of VP Sara Duterte. But anyway, sige po, diretsuhan tayo po, no? Ang topic natin ngayon, and mayroon dito, I saw one article last night. It came from the mainstream media dyan sa Pilipinas, and this is the reason why I decided to we discuss itong issue, no? Itong news article published dyan or released dyan sa Manila mainstream or Philippine mainstream media, no? Philippine mainstream media dyan sa Manila. And I would like to pass this message sa mga kaibigan, sa mga countrymen ko dito sa Malaysia or dito sa Sabah, particularly dito sa Kota Kinabalu. So at least, sabihin natin, inform kayo anong latest developments tungkol sa impeachment at saka tungkol sa recently concluded, sabihin natin, rally dyan sa Pilipinas carried out last January 13 or last Monday po. Ano ba talaga ito? If you look at the situation at the rally, now, they were saying it is politically motivated, organized with the intention to put colors, sabihin natin, sa rally. But repeatedly, ang organizer, ang Iglesia ni Cristo, repeatedly say that it is not politically motivated. They are just following, supporting ang earlier statement ni Bongo Marcos regarding ang impeachment, complaints against VP Sara. Ang dami pang problema ang Pilipinas, and pushing with this, sabihin natin, impeachment, it will not do anything good sa Pilipinas or sa buhay ng mga Pilipino. But anyway, let's start itong issue which I want to highlight, no? Para sa pro, para sa anti, let's see ang reaction ninyo po, no? And if you want to react, just tell me or just put it sa Facebook ko po, no? Comment section. And at the same time, if you want, just do it sa YouTube po, no? You can do it also sa YouTube. Just sign in lang kayo po, no? Sa NickTalk21, NickTalk21. And then you will see ang mga videos ko and saka mga latest updates ko regarding sa Pilipinas. So let's push through with this sabihin natin news article published dyan sa Pilipinas by the mainstream media dyan sa Maynila. Now I was made to understand, ladies and gentlemen, kababayan ko, no? Kababayan ko both dito sa Malaysia and dyan sa Pilipinas. Now, we were informed, or I read this article coming from the mainstream media, that several House of Representative leaders are hesitant to address the impeachment complaints against Vice President Sara Duterte before the May election. Hesitant sila po, no? According to Manila 6th District Representative si Bani Abante, in an interview with Storycon on One News, revealed that most House leaders agree on deferring discussion until after the election or the end of the current Congress or 19th Congress po, no? Ang mga lawmakers medyo they are agreeable now na stop muna tayo ang impeachment ni VP Sara Duterte hanggang matapos ang 19th Congress, no? 19th Congress that will end on June 30, if I'm not mistaken. Ang last day ng Kongreso, 19th Congress will be on June 30. Yeah, is it on June 30? Yes. And ano kaya ang rason? Now, based on the news, sabi pa ang news dito po, with the election so near, it's better to file the impeachment complaint in the new Congress. Sabi ni Abante, no? Malapit na ang midterm election, mabuti pa daw, sabi ni Abante. Now, ang impeachment complaint, ituloy na lang sa 20th Congress po, ang bagong Kongreso po, no? Kasi ang 19th Congress would end middle of this year. 3 impeachment complaints have been filed against Duterte, citing alleged irregularities in her use of confidential funds as a vice president and the education secretary. Despite this, House leaders appear disinclined to proceed with the case, according to Abante, Congressman Abante. Disinclined na sila po. Parang ayaw na sila yon impeachment issue to discuss sa Kongreso. Meanwhile, the House Quad Committee plans to continue investigating other issues, including alleged corruption linked to the Philippine Offshore Gaming Operators, or POGOs. The committee aims to involve banks and anti-money laundering council to trace financial transaction potentially tied to POGOs. As a congressman resumes activities and lawmakers, including ex-teachers party list Representative Franz Castro, criticized the recent Iglesia ni Cristo, or INC rally, which drew over 1 million participants as a technique to shield Duterte from accountability. Yon sabi ni Congresswoman Castro, shielding daw, nag-shield daw ito kay VP Sara Duterte regarding ang issue niya on corruption cases or misappropriation and mis-expenses of the confidential fund. Military groups like Pamalayaka or Pamalakaya also urge lawmakers to pursue impeachment proceedings despite political pressures. Pamalakaya Vice Chairman Romel Arambulo accused the rally of being political maneuver to protect Duterte family. To protect Duterte family. In a separate development, the National Bureau of Investigation has completed its probe into Duterte's alleged threat against President Marcos and other officials. No? other officials. The Department of Justice is now evaluating whether the evidence warrants a deeper investigation. Duterte denied making threats, claiming her controversial statements during a November press conference were misinterpreted. The DOJ, or Department of Justice, stated that the further assessments would determine the next step in the investigation of the NBI. Yon po ang latest developments na kuha natin po, no, sa mainstream media dyan sa Pilipinas. So medyo clear na tayo po ngayon na ang mga lawmakers, ang mga lawmakers, particularly those really identified with their speaker, no, with their speaker, Speaker Martin Romualdez, and also identified with the Marcos administration na now medyo ano na sila, medyo they don't agree anymore on the impeachment of Sara Duterte, to look into the impeachment of Sara Duterte. One is because marami na or malapit na daw ang midterm election that will be on May 12, no? And sabi nila time constraint is one factor also po if they're going to follow the normal or ordinary procedure in filing itong impeachment complaint against Sara Duterte, then wala nang enough time to do so. Although mayroon tayong mayroon tayo news na we managed to gather na mayroon pa rin mga congressmen earlier, no, who were saying that they are going to push through with the fourth impeachment complaint against Sara Duterte, no, against Sara Duterte. Anyway, shoutout muna tayo kay Marilu Pintojo dito po sa Kota Kinabalu, watching my program today. Good morning to you, Marilu, and of course, God bless you and God bless our family. So, yun po ang sitwasyon. So, yesterday, I shared with you itong sabihin natin isang video, clippings regarding ang statement ni sabihin natin Secretary General ng Congress, si Reginald Velasco, interviewed by Ted Filon. And yun na po, he was saying about this some congressmen who requested him to hold on for a while because they might be supporting ang fourth impeachment complaint against VP Sara. Let's listen, as a reminder lang po, let's listen muna tayo itong interview ni Ted Filon, which already, sabihin natin, I aired it already yesterday, no? Yesterday. But parang reminder lang po. Reminder lang po, no? Ito po, let's listen to the interview of Ted Filon. Hold on,
Hindi ko kami pa nakapag-usap tungkol dyan because alam niya naman may session ho kami kahapon. But namomonitor naman namin na sinasabi nila it's non-political daw at gusto na lang magkaisa. Nakikisa naman ng Congress sa poll na yon, no? Pero yun nga, hindi mo maiwasan na ang House of Representatives po ay ating vanguard, no? Vanguard po yan, inelect po yan ng mamamayan. Ang mandate po niyan ay hindi lang pumasa ng batas. May oversight functions din po yan, no? Tinitignan po nila kung tama yung kunyari o ginagawa ng mga government officials, yung paggamit po ng kanilang pondo, kung naaayon ho yun sa batas. So, yan po ang inherent powers ng House of Representatives under the principle of check and balance.
Opo. So, yun po ang inyo pong pananaw dito po sa naging National Peace Rally, no, ng INC. Ano ho naman po kaya, kung meron man, reaksyon dito ang Kamara, ang inyong opisina, Office ni Speaker, doon sa naging survey ng SWS na mas malaki ang bilang ng mga Pilipinong ng pabor umano sa impeachment ni VP Sara?
I think yun yung nag-encourage dito sa mga House members to talk to me and say, wait for our complaint or wait for the fourth complaint that we will endorse. Kasi kung may support na talaga ng mamamayan, nagbigay ng lakas ng loob to sa ating mga House members na talagang seryosohin itong impeachment complaint na ito.
Opo, sige po. So Sec. Jen, ito pong linggong ito will be crucial sa mga decision po na gagawin ng mga miyembro ng Kamara. Considering nga po na ang inyo pong last day ng session bago po ang bakbakan sa halalan, Pebrero 7.
Opo, Pebrero 7 po, yun yung last session day, no? At may practice po kasi, nag-e-end ang session, not necessarily on Friday, February 7, pero Wednesday pa lang po nag-adjourn na.
Oo nga po. Kasi po yun din po nga ang actually schedule po ng plenary session, no? Monday to Wednesday. Opo. Sige po. So
Wednesday only.
Opo, Sec. Jen, kami po yung muling tatawag, dito po sa
Okay, well, thank you very much. Yun ang interview ni Ted Filon, ang idol ko, si Ted Filon, kay Sec. Jen, Secretary General ng Congress, si Mr. Velasco. Yeah, shoutout muna tayo kay Marites Espartero, dyan po, sa Zamboanga. She's my colleague sa media po, no? TV broadcaster din yan, and she got a program dyan sa Zamboanga City, and I would like to say thank you very much, Marites, no? Still pretty pa, syempre si Marites. Hope to see you one of these days. God bless you. God bless also to your son and of course to your family and all the TV13 ba yun? TV13 Zamboanga family ninyo pa, no? Si Mr. Chua and wife niya and everybody, all the staff, the men and women of your TV station. I would like to say God bless you, and pwede pa siguro sabihin natin Happy New Year and advance Kong Si Fa Chai. Kong Si Fa Chai, dahil we are going to welcome again itong the Year of the Snake come January 28 and 29 yata, if I'm not mistaken. Kong Si Fa Chai. Alright, Kong Si Fa Chai. So, tuloy natin ang programa natin. So, yan po ang interview ni Ted Filon regarding itong impeachment process, no? which I mentioned earlier na mayroon pa raw itong fourth complaint to be submitted. But I was made to understand also, based on the news that I managed to gather dyan sa Pilipinas, especially ang mainstream media dyan sa Manila, na-verify na ang office ni Mr. Velasco, ang the three impeachment complaints submitted to his office, and yan na po. Still don't know why it is being delayed. But based on the latest info also, or mga updates natin po, na karamihan na po ng mga lawmakers o mga congressmen, medyo hands off na sila sa issue ng impeachment ni VP Sara. One is because of the time constraint. Second is ano kaya po? Is it because nakita nila na ang ang outcome ng National Peace Rally organized by the Iglesia ni Cristo group, no? Religious group, na convincido ang mga members nila and those who participated that it is not important to push through with the impeachment complaint against VP Sara at the moment, no? And takot kaya sila if they're going to push through and support this impeachment complaint against VP Sara, baka ang members ng mga or those who participated in the peace rally, nationwide peace rally, will already mark them sa election. Ganon ba yun? We don't know. We don't know. But anyway, okay, alam natin the reason behind why the Iglesia ni Cristo organize this rally, it is because they are supporting ang statement ni earlier statement ni Bongbong Marcos regarding the impeachment, no? Regarding the impeachment. He is against sa impeachment. He's against sa impeachment. And that is the reason behind why there was this rally organized by Iglesia ni Cristo and participated po by more than 2 million people nationwide po. Now remember, it is a nationwide. Sa Quirino Grandstand alone, last Monday, nakikita natin more than 1.5 million people gathered in Quirino Grandstand to participate ang peaceful rally by Iglesia ni Cristo. Let's listen first. Saan nag-umpisa itong rally na ito, no? Let's listen to our beloved President, si Bongbong Marcos.
It's not important.
Hold on,
It's not important. This does not make any difference to even one single Filipino life. So why waste time on it? What will happen to if somebody files an impeachment? It will tie down the House. It will tie down the Senate. It will just take up all the time. And for what? For nothing. For nothing. None of this will help improve a single Filipino life. As far as I'm concerned, it's a storm in a teacup.
Yun po, narinig ninyo, no? Narinig ninyo. Ang earlier statement ni Bongbong Marcos, o President na Bongbong Marcos. Okay? So, mag-replay tayo po, no? Ano talaga nagsabi ni Bongbong Marcos? Para klarong-klaro lang tayo po.
It's not important. This does not make any difference to even one single Filipino life. So why waste time on it? What will happen to if somebody files an impeachment? It will tie down the House. It will tie down the Senate. It will just take up all the time. And for what? For nothing. For nothing. None of this will help improve a single Filipino life. As far as I'm concerned, it's a storm in a teacup.
Okay. Clear na clear po, no? Clear na clear. Now, let's listen to this side of ang statement din ng Iglesia ni Cristo po. Iglesia ni Cristo, which I managed also to record, no? Record ito po ang statement ng Iglesia ni Cristo when it comes to some people were saying it is politically motivated, no? Politically motivated ang organizing when they organize itong peace rally last Monday sa Pilipinas, nationwide peace rally sa Pilipinas. Let's listen to this po. Hold on.
Statements na hindi ito political rally. Yun na rin po yung narinig namin kanina sa mga members tsaka sa nagsalita na hindi ito politika. Pero we are hoping to influence political decisions. So, paano niyo po dinidistinguish po yun?
It's not in support of this or that candidate, this or that political party. It's basically in support of what the president himself said. When he was interviewed, no one was asking whether what he was saying was a political statement. I mean, people took what he said at face value. We're hoping that in echoing what he himself said, people will also accept it at face value. He said it's, if I remember correctly, when he was describing what was happening, it's a tempest in a teacup, if I'm not mistaken. That's what he said.
Storm in a teacup.
Oh, storm in the teacup, yes. So, what does that mean? It's such a little thing. It doesn't have to be blown up beyond what it is, which is nothing, really. We're hoping to call on everyone. Wala naman pala yun eh. E di, pumayapa na tayo. Pumayapa tayo, bigyan natin sila ng chance na trabahuhin yung talagang trabaho nila, mandato nila yun, inihalal silang lahat. Wala kaming binapangalanan na this or that person, masama, mabuti, whatever. No. Ang sinasabi lang namin,
nasa isang bansa tayo. If we do not unite, if there is no peace, wala naman tayong pwedeng sabihin, o sige, meron pang ekstrang Pilipinas, lumipat doon yung kalahati ng bayan natin or whoever. Ito na yun eh. Magkaisa tayo. Basically, na whether people are going to say that's a political statement or not, it's a question of perspective perhaps. It's a question of opinion. Basta sa amin, hindi siya political. It's very practical. Magpatawaran tayo, magkaisa tayo, magkaroon tayo ng kapayapaan. It takes work. But if we're all willing to go back to those basic principles, decency, in our relationship with each other, peace in our relationship with each other, hopefully things are going to get better.
Okay, that's it. Yan ang statement ng Iglesia ni Cristo po, no? It is not politically motivated and nothing much. They are only concerned. They are only concerned about the future. There must be unity. There must be peace dito po sa nasyon ng Pilipinas. At saka, we have a lot of problems dyan sa Pilipinas, no? And what they want is, yun na po, hindi lang ang INC at saka mga Filipinos, majority who participated or all who participated in the rally last Monday, they were saying na ang dami tayong problema. Focus tayo, let's be united. Because being united, no? Now, it will help grow ang Philippines. Politically, there will be stability. Security, there will be stability. And economically, there will be stability. Tatlo yan po, kailangan ng every nation po for them to progress, for them to prosper, for a nation to prosper. Stability is on security, stability on political, and stability on the economy of the country or the nation. Sa ngayon po, nakikita natin po ang daming problema ang Pilipinas, and kung we bring in again itong impeachment, i-prioritize natin itong impeachment, medyo mahirap po, no? Mahirap po. And saka nandito na po ang election, midterm election. Ano kaya po? What do you look at it? Correct ba yun ang decision? And hopefully, itong mga lawmakers natin who has been very vocal, itong mga congressmen natin sa Quadcom, no? Quadcom committee. Now, they were saying, okay na, may enough evidence na sila to impeach Sara Duterte. There were, something like 11, 12 hearings, 13 hearings, no, by Quadcom. And see what happened. Now, after the rally, na medyo umatras na ang mga congressmen. Takot sila because they're also participating in the election. Yan ba ang rason? But anyway, that's good. Let's be serious. Let's remove the political color dito po sa issue. And let's organize again. And let's, for me, I would like to thank ang Iglesia ni Cristo for organizing such a peaceful and very applaudable rally they did last Monday po, no? And thank you very much also to the Filipinos who participated in the rally. The more than 2 million Filipinos who participated in the nationwide rally po. But whether we like it or not, mayroon din mga ibang grupo na against talaga sa rally and against talaga in stopping itong impeachment process ni Sara Duterte. Nandito po, let's listen to this video clip that I managed to record, and we'll be sharing it to you now. We'll be sharing it to you now. Ito po. Let's listen to this, and kayo na bahala po, no? Kayo na bahala. Let's listen to this, and we are referring to ang statement ni opposition Congresswoman Franz Castro regarding this issue po. Let's listen to this.
Nagpakahirap no na
Hold on.
yung tungkol sa objective nila for peace in a real sense of word ay hindi naman siya nakita doon. Siguro nagsucceed si Sara Duterte kasi nagpasalamat pa siya. No? Nagpasalamat pa siya sa Iglesia ni Cristo. pa si Sara Duterte doon sa Iglesia ni Cristo, no, dito sa pagkakaisa daw, no, doon sa kanila, sa ginanap na rally. Pero tingin ko ay hindi nakuha yung real sense of the word ng peace ng Iglesia ni Cristo dahil nagamit lang ito, malinaw na nagamit ito ni Sara Duterte at ng kanyang mga kampi.
Sa tingin niyo, Congresswoman, bakit ba parang maraming politikong takot at takot dito sa Iglesia ni Cristo? O masyado maingat dito sa Iglesia ni Cristo?
Masyado silang maingat. Oo, tama. Maingat sila or meron silang dahil nga sa si so-called ewan ko lang kung totoo ito, yung so-called solid vote daw ng Iglesia ni Cristo na kung anong sabihin sa taas ay siyang ipinoboto or sinusunod ng mga miyembro nito. Pero on my personal experience ay di naman gano'n. Di naman lahat. No, marami rin mga miyembro ng iglesia ang nag-iisip din. Kaya doon sila takot. Pero doon merong silang respeto doon sa boto ng mga miyembro ng iglesia.
Of course, pag pinakinggan natin yung sinasabi ng mga politiko na sumusuporta rito sa panawagan ng kapayapaan, I think pati po yung tagapagsalita ng Iglesia ni Cristo nung nakapanayam kahapon, ang kanilang binabanggit ay yung statement ng Pangulo dati na ayaw niya na impeachment ng Vice President dahil hindi raw ito makatutulong sa buhay ng Pilipino. So, yun ang inaangklahan nila. Yan ang sabi ng Pangulo So, susuportahan namin siya. So, ang tanong ko po rito, kung lumalabo yung impeachment complaint, merong iglesia factor na nakita natin kahapon sa pamamagitan ng kanilang show of force, ultimately, hindi ba ang problema rin dito ay si Bongbong Marcos dahil sa kanyang sinabi na ayaw niya na impeachment?
Well, I tend to believe doon sa ganun na nga, na talagang sinakyan talaga ng Iglesia ni Cristo yung pahayag ni President Marcos against the impeachment, na hindi niya man lang naisip talaga kung ano yung magiging implication nito. So sa amin, halimbawa, na talagang nagpakahirap na maimbestigahan itong confidential funds ng both sa OVP at saka DepEd, ay masakit sa amin yung, kasi ang effort talaga namin na binuhos dito para ma-unearth yung mga testimony, yung documents, etc. ay tingin natin mababaliwala kung hindi matutulog ito. Well, totoo yun. Ako talagang talagang may factor dito. Isa dapat sisihin dito, si Pangulong Marcos dahil nga doon sa kanyang malambot na posisyon kaugnay noong impeachment.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Yun po ang video clip ni Congresswoman Francia Castro regarding the issue po ang impeachment at saka ang recently concluded peace rally ng Iglesia ni Cristo. Sa palagay ninyo po, may puntos ba siya? Wala ba siyang puntos? Or ano? Anong reaction ninyo po? No? I will leave it to you dahil, I am very sure ang mga Filipinos, mga Filipino voters are matured now and they know what to do sa pagdating ng May 12 presidential or midterm election po. Midterm election sa May 22. May 12. And yun po, siguro hanggang dito na lang ang programa muna natin for today, January 15 na po. And today is a Wednesday, and I would like to wish all of you a very pleasant Wednesday, Very pleasant Wednesday, and kung nasaan man kayo, I hope okay na okay ang salud ninyo, ang health ninyo, And everything is running smoothly as you start the day, Wednesday, January 15. So hanggang dito na lang ang programa ni Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico. Once again, si Nico would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. Malaysia, Sabah, the Philippines. God bless us all. And I'll see you in my next vlogging. Bye! I love you all.